Roger. 2,000 feet.
Hi, Wycliffe Barrett here, Xplane Dedicated. Well, we've had Xplane11 for a few days now, and let's just talk about some of the things that are right and some of the things that are wrong. But first of all, let's be very clear about this. Xplane11 is a beta. Right now, it's in the early beta phase, so that means that things could change graphically and all sorts of other ways. There are a few things about the beta that I am not that happy about myself, and it would appear by looking on the forums and Facebook groups there are a number of people also not happy about a few things. But what I have been hearing, and one of the rumors that's going around, is that the graphical user interface is not yet fully implemented, that it's actually a dumbed down version and will get better when there are more things added in. So I just thought I'd talk about a few things that I consider need to be rectified. One of them is this customized button for getting to the airport charts. I think this is really crazy that they have a button that says customize when really it should say something like airport diagram or choose a stand rather than customize, because you're not actually customizing the airport here. What you're doing is locating a stand for you to park up on. So I think that that really needs sorting out, and there are unusual naming conventions throughout Xplane11 that they're using words for different things, and I don't understand why they've done that at all. So we need to sort that out. The other thing is generating icons. When you've loaded aircraft in and you've put in all your liveries, normally you would find something that says liveries, but here you don't. What you do is you click on a picture of an aircraft, and next to it it'll say something like generate icons. When you click on that, it takes a whole series of screenshots of all your different liveries, and then you can find them in the drop down menus you can see there. Why generate icons? Why couldn't they just say thumbnails or liveries or something? I just find that really, really weird. So they need to sort that out. There is a texture glitch in the Cessna, which obviously that will be rectified, which is the 3 clocks next to the Garmin radio stack there. And also a few people have mentioned that sitting in the left hand seat, as I am here, the prop seems to be off center. Well, those are just minor glitches and bugs which will get sorted out, so I have no problem with that at all. But one thing that is a major problem that has cropped up, and that is to do with airport sceneries. And it has been reported that airport sceneries may have to be redone. So all those developers who created sceneries in Xplane 10, with contours off, which makes it easier for the developer, believe it or not, may have to redo their airports again for Xplane11 using the new world editor that's coming out for that purpose. I'm not too happy about that as an airport developer. I can't remember how many airports I did. Not as many as some people such as TDG and Renair and Freddie Diffuse, but even so, the thought of me having to go back and redo all of my airports, and it's not just a simple case of applying a fix. You have to literally rebuild every single airport from scratch. I am not happy about that, and I to be honest, I can't see myself doing that. What it does mean is that all those airports that were created for Xplane 10 still work in Xplane 10, and they will work in Xplane 11 to a degree. And the best example I can give you of that is that the Cardiff airport that I have done is fine, it looks great until you get to the BA hangar. The British Airways hangar at Cardiff is on a hill. It's kind of built into a hill. The front of the building is lower than the back of the building where the hangar doors are. In my scenery, if I was to go there now, in my scenery, the front of the building where the offices are and the car park is slightly up in the air. There's a gap underneath the buildings, and this is because of this contours, which I have to say is really fantastic. They've done a fantastic job doing the contours on runways, but we need to be able to turn them off. We need that option to have them either on or off, because I'm pretty sure that not all airports will be drawn correctly. Some people have already said that some of the runways are highly exaggerated. We really need to have a look at that and check that out. So that is something that I am not happy about. Emma Bentley, Ash, Rennie Drock, Chris K, TDG, those guys will really, really not be happy. There is a fix, and it's writing some code into the app.dat file, and the code is 1302 flatten. So that's 1302 flatten, FLATTEN, and you write that anywhere into the app.dat file. But you shouldn't have to be applying fixes, writing code, etc. So I'm not too happy about that. In essence, then, of course, what we're saying is that contours is on permanently in Xplane 11. So I'd like to see, when the user interface is remodeled, I'd like to see an option to be able to turn contours off, especially on the runways. So that is that bit. So moving on then, of course, we've had a few other things, such as the FMC, the new FMC in the Xplane aircraft, and that you cannot, there's no perf initialization page, which is really unusual. But I've been assured that even though there is no perf initialization page, V-speeds are automatically calculated for the FMC. I would much rather be able to put that kind of stuff in there myself. It also means, because there's no perf init page, you have to put in your flight level in a different fashion, and I believe basically you have to edit each waypoint for speed and altitude. It's something I haven't looked at in great detail because I fly payware aircraft, but it's something that needs to be sorted out. Now, the big thing that I was going on about in the first video was the visibility, and I thought that the haze was overdone. Actually, that was a little bit my fault, because there is an option within the menu system, within the graphic interface, if you go to weather and customize the weather, you can change the visibility, and I think I had my visibility set at something like 10 standard miles, which in the United Kingdom is about accurate. I've readjusted that and I've put it up to something like 20 standard miles, and the visibility in haze is a lot better. You still have the haze effect, but it's a little bit, I find it a little bit more comfortable on the eye. So that's that visibility, and I feel like a bit of a fool really that I kind of missed that. But there we go, you know, it's a learning curve for all of us. A question about Cytec panels, and somebody said, will the Cytec panels work? My understanding is that Cytec panels will work. There was a video released just before the beta came out by one of the early beta testers, and he had all his Cytec panels working no problem at all. So there was a few things I picked up on the YouTube channel, a few questions. Rotorhead99 said as far as he was concerned, as a real world pilot, the haze effect looked okay to him, and it's really nice to have that confirmed by a real world pilot. Another guy, and I've written this down and I cannot read my own writing, but I think it's Lejan 1977. He was wondering about the trees in the Millennium Stadium at Cardiff. That's just one of those graphical errors that can be sorted out by developers. The Cessna prop, we mentioned that being off center. Lucky 67, what he was saying, Lucky 67 was saying about the settings in Xplane 11, and he felt that there were a number of options missing from Xplane 10. And as I said, I do believe that the the user interface is going to be updated. So there we have it. Those are a few things. I think the beta explained from my point of view. Just some nice images there, of course, of New York that I took, and some pictures here of the aircraft in Xplane 11. I still think it's absolutely amazing. As always, my name is Wycliffe Barrett. This is Xplane Dedicated, and we'll see you all soon. Take care. Yeah.